Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that has a gift they would like to bestow upon somebody. Generally speaking, with the Lenormand, the 28th card is a male. So we could have a masculine energy here that is hoping to either make amends or a show of affection towards somebody that is seen as like witty or intellectual, because our bouquet card here has the Queen of Spades, which is generally a very intelligent or resourceful feminine energy. So don't get too caught up in the genders. Sometimes we do have to make accommodations for that, considering these are general readings. But it looks like we've got somebody very focused on a plan of delivering a gift or enjoying that moment where you get to see somebody light up because of that, right? I was just going to say also happy birthday to Miss Joanna. I know all of you that have been in the live chat have seen how awesome she is. So I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time and we can learn more about what this beautiful gift is. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Let's dive in. Let's see, if we're talking about a gift, I think I want to go with the Energy Oracle. Patience, huh? And envy? We have number 16 and number 20. All right, so what's coming to mind for me, I actually heard a story from my beloved great aunt this morning about sometimes there being family situations where favoritism is at play. And not necessarily that this is exactly what's going on for you, but I do feel like there is an uneven situation where somebody gets a lot of stuff, accolades, recognition, compliments, and somebody else doesn't really get all of that. Kind of like a Cinderella story, right? And whoever is the less entitled, more self-sufficient energy here is getting bestowed a gift that invites a little bit of envy from somebody who is used to being the person that gets all of the goods, all of the blessings, all of the stuff, right? But I feel like this is how it's supposed to be. I mean, even look at the coloration of these two cards. It feels to me like we have somebody that is a little more focused on being a positive influence on those around them, and another person who is a little closed off, right? This feminine energy is inside, it's kind of dark and gloomy, whereas its outside light is much more welcoming. This one, we have somebody that's actually offering light up in the form of a clock. So patience is a virtue, and it looks like it's about to be paid off for somebody. Let's see, what do we want next? I think we're gonna go with the Meta Muse. Let's see what else we have. Well, okay. Six of Wands in the reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse. This is like a stubborn energy. Somebody who doesn't really like taking advice. Hello, Miss Christina. I love you too. This is somebody who expects things to go their way without necessarily following directions, doing what they need to, getting their homework done. They just want things to happen naturally without any interference. But this is somebody who might be covering up some insecurity, right? Sometimes the people who are the most flashy or the most look at me kind of energy are really just trying to distract themselves from what they feel is their truth. We have the Tower, very drawn to this crown that is falling, especially since we have, with the Hierophant in the reverse, a potential for somebody here who was respected or looked up to. This person could be not doing so great. This person could be realizing they aren't as ahead of the game as they thought. They aren't as revered as they thought. We could have a little bit, Five of Wands, we could have a little bit of infighting here over how something should be handled or who should handle it, right? Hi, Lainey. How are you doing? So, could be for some of you, we have a little bit of jealousy because somebody has their ish together and somebody else does not, even though they really are invested in how other people see them. We have the Tree of Life and the Temperance in the reverse. This is like one person's stock is going up and another person's stock is going down. We could have a little bit of competitive energy between these two individuals, kind of like yesterday's reading. This could be about, brothers, sisters, um, people who feel like, I want to best you. I want to do better than you. Ace of Swords, Sun in the reverse. Clarity meets lack of clarity. There's someone here dealing with some reticence or hesitation, maybe even a little bit of shame. They're hiding something because they want to be celebrated, but the fact of the matter is they haven't really put in the work. So, for example, we could have, in the context of competition, we could have one person doing really well, announcing some sort of milestone like having a baby, getting married, a promotion at work, that makes another person feel like their setbacks or their issues are that much more difficult to deal with because it's happening at the same time that somebody else's stock is going up, right? Hello, official ambassador. How are you doing? Hello, Drew. How's it going? I hope we're both enjoying our weekends. So, what a dichotomy. We have two very different individuals. Trying to figure out, I think this is somebody choosing a love partner, realizing they had conflated or mixed up who the better love interest was, who the partner that was better suited to them was. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Interesting because we had the Queen of Swords kind of referenced here in our bouquet card from the Lenormand. So we could have almost like a copycat energy or somebody where at first glance you think those are very similar people. They have similar interests, similar talents. They have a lot going on for them, but there's one that is fake. Like right now, what's going through my head is that like pawn store shop reality television show where people come in to try to sell their goods, and sometimes they find out that what they expected to be a big payoff is actually a fake. I think we had somebody believing they had found true love or believing they had found a good match, realizing that the person they initially thought was the right choice is not the right choice and somebody else is the right choice. Because if you have respect for somebody and then you find out that they have fabricated who they are or they have exaggerated their accomplishments, sought to hide something about themselves so that you would respect them more, those kinds of things are not necessarily a positive experience, right? Then you just kind of feel like somebody doesn't want to be authentic, doesn't want to be honest. So it feels to me like we have this masculine energy acknowledging that perhaps they chose the wrong path, the wrong partner, the wrong love interest, because they were too similar with somebody who actually is a better partner for them, a better love match for them. You have to figure out which one was the fraud, right? And right now I'm looking at this Four of Cups and this star with particular attention to the fact that one of these individuals is clothed and the other one is not. And to me, this is a representation of needing to reject somebody who on the outside seemed perfect, maybe knew how to take good care of themselves, wearing nice clothes, smelling good all the time, but didn't take as much care of their inside, right? You, over time, I believe, learn to appreciate that inner beauty more than that outer beauty, in my opinion, right? So I think we have a masculine energy here that has realized their love is actually growing for somebody who is truly authentic, somebody who says, I don't need clothes to look good. I can just be myself and you'll love it, right? Hi there, Miss Tiana. How are you? So I think we have somebody that has learned. Look, we even have a peacock behind. I don't think I've ever noticed that behind the star. Almost like even if you have a beautiful, well-reputed bird that is gorgeous to look at, you're still drawn to the authentic person, right? Doesn't matter how well this Four of Cups energy was dressing up when the star is illuminating, brightening up the room with their energy. I do feel like the number 4 is important for today's reading. Let's go ahead. We're going to use the situation. No, actually, hold on. Hold that thought. I keep forgetting. We have a few new decks to enjoy. Also want to use the effort cards. All right, what else do we have about this reading? Sometimes when you're making a choice, it pays to consider the path less chosen. And because we have this promiscuous card coming out, encouraging safety precautions, if you know what I mean. Man, I keep talking about Mr. Brad Pitt here. I should come up with a better analogy, but it feels to me like somebody has realized that all that glitters is not gold, that somebody who is very attractive or perhaps, highly sought after isn't as great as was hoped, right? There might not be a lot underneath the surface to really enjoy, whereas this star energy, this is somebody that doesn't feel the need to be showy, doesn't feel the need to dress to the nines every day, right? So this masculine energy feels that they need to be honest about how they feel after realizing that somebody they thought was amazing was actually kind of faking it, was presenting a facade in hopes that people would find them attractive, but didn't really offer substance, didn't really offer much in terms of inner beauty. And this masculine energy has encountered somebody that does have that inner beauty. That's what this star energy or star card is really expressing to me. All right, let's get the down and dirty details here. Part of the draw of this person that was glitzy and all dressed to the nines and whatnot might be the financials, right? Um, there are plenty of reasons why one would pursue a relationship with another person. Sometimes it's how they make you laugh. Sometimes it's how they look in their outfit. Sometimes it's the car they drive. Sometimes it's the job they have or the fame they possess. I feel like we might have had somebody that was choosing between two people and chose somebody that maybe made more money or had a richer lifestyle. We'll put it that way. But the universe wants to say there's always more money to be made. Don't make your choices as far as money or as far as love completely based off of money, right? You will earn more. And then our next card is wait for shit to settle down, which I think is what we have here, right? Somebody that's about to be honest about the way they feel. They felt there was a need to let things kind of chill a little bit before they made their move. All right, this is the untold messages of the heart. Shall we see what they need to speak up about, or do we already know? I mean, we kind of have a little bit of an inkling, right? Yep. Wait for this shit to settle down. I know the clock is ticking for us. Won't you wait for me? And freedom. I can't be tied down right now. I have too many interests. There could be somebody that is going through the end of a project, the end of a divorce, the end of a relationship, the end of a dealing with an estate. I feel like we have somebody that has maybe delayed or procrastinated a little bit because of their responsibilities, getting to the point where they realize you can't keep saying that. There's going to have to be a time where you step up. No, I'm not ready. I need more time. Oh, he alone is sleeping on his new blanket right now. You want to come say hi? Come here. No? You too comfy? Yeah. Well, we'll see if he comes over in a little bit. All right, let's get back to the tarot. We're going to use the Edgar Allan Poe. For those that are new, there was one time where I called it the Edgar Allan Toe. Yeah, no, not so much. Five of Wands. Knight of Cups. We already had the Five of Wands come out, which is competition, infighting, arguments. And this one really does underscore that idea of there being difficulty, right? Do you, Christina? I think somebody had to clean up a little bit of a mess. There may have been some issues with friends. There may have been some issues with family members. So we're at the beginning of July right now, and the dates that are mentioned on these little papers at his feet are June 20, 21, and 22. So something may have happened, excuse me, that was pretty major during that time frame. What was that, like a week ago? That really helped this masculine energy realize that, okay, I think I'm getting things kind of wrangled or figured out. I don't need too much more time, but I do need to make sure that all of my ducks are in a row. I giggled because I like to use the expression poop in a group. I don't know how many of you would appreciate that, but you know, whichever one. Hello there, Peggy. How are you doing? Stop it. That's amazing. Well, there you go. So we have the Eight of Swords. This is somebody who feels a little bit trapped. This is what somebody has to deal with, right? I have things going on, so I can't really deal with our situation as quickly as I'd like to. I'm just going to say sometimes patience is important because there are things that could cause issues if you don't let somebody resolve them. I do feel like we have a jealous third party here, perhaps an ex, or perhaps somebody else interested in the same love interest that could have caused a major issue or some drama here that would have prevented a love thing from getting off the ground, right? The devil underneath the Four of Cups really makes me feel like this is that copycat, similar energy, the person that maybe was a little bit shinier. Um, you know, they might have had to figure out that it wasn't for them. Have that conversation, extricate from from that situation. And it looks to me like there's still a little bit of dirt on the floor. This person's still cleaning up a little bit of that mess, right? Let's just remember, if you want to get into a relationship that is substantial, has the ability to be a long-term relationship, has that respect and love at its core, sometimes it requires being a little bit patient so that other people or everybody involved can get everything set, get everything dealt with, right? Most people would feel better about getting into a relationship when they have a job that is reliable, when they have a living situation that is stable, when they have fully walked away from an ex, right? We all have these things that could potentially cause issues in the romance department. And if we don't deal with them, they blow up in our face later on, right? We have this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse again. Someone who didn't want to do the work. Somebody unstable. So this could be like an entitled energy. This could be an ex. We have the Lovers. Strength. It isn't easy to acknowledge I made the wrong choice. Someone isn't who I thought they were. I don't think I'll be happy staying in this relationship. I need to make some changes, right? I think it has taken a little bit of time for somebody to say, if I'm honest with myself, this is not for me. This is not the right situation. This is not the right person for me. I may have thought so initially, but at the end of the day, if it's not for me, I need to let it go. That's for somebody else, right? What is meant for you will be for you, and what is not meant for you will not be for you. You just have to be wise enough to walk away when you know that's the right thing to do. This may have been a little bit of a challenge for somebody. I do feel like there could have been travel involved, especially with the ships and the Knight of Cups. So somebody may have had quite a lot to do on that to-do list before they could come through with this gift. Let somebody know how they truly feel. Because they were dealing with a little bit of an a-hole. Now we have the Four of Cups and the Devil, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. We also have the Three of Swords out here. Somebody found heartbreak where they thought they would find a really great community, a really great partnership, a really good relationship. There's somebody that they thought they could trust that they ended up realizing, I can't trust that person. That person only thinks about themselves. They do not think about me, right? Nine of Swords is sleeplessness, anxiety. How do I fix this? How do I deal with this? Feels to me kind of like buyer's remorse, like I bought a lemon of a car or I bought the wrong size shirt, you know? Now what? Gotta fix this. I wish I hadn't done that, you know? Might have had somebody that moved in with a person they thought they would spend their life with, and now it's not a thing. Or gotten engaged and realized it's really not a good choice. King of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the upright. We have the Ace of Swords up here. Somebody failed because they chose the wrong relationship, but now they see the truth. They're not happy with this person. There's somebody else out there that they feel would be a better fit for them, but they feel like they may have ruined that opportunity. So there's a sense of urgency here. Yes, I have a lot to deal with. Yes, I have to make things right, but I'm nervous. How do I have this conversation? I've never apologized for something like this. I haven't had this kind of conversation. What am I going to do? Yep, there you go. So there's a need for a new beginning and letting go of a lack of control, right? Look, sometimes we put our life on cruise control by letting other people make decisions for us, letting other people influence what we're doing, what we want, what we think is good. The important thing is to make sure that everything comes back to your intuition. Everything comes back to your discernment. Everything comes back to how would I live my most authentic life? What would make me happy? This person had to realize that they had chosen somebody else for the wrong reasons, that they had heartbreak or disappointment because there was a different path they needed to choose, but also a bit of fear, a little bit of trepidation. I've never been down that path before. I've never dated somebody like that. I've never lived in a place like that. I've never had a job like that. Whatever it was, there was extenuating circumstances that was like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be that person. Well, do you want a boring life or do you want a satisfying life? Do you want to do the same thing over and over again and feel like, hey, at least I'm comfortable. I know what I'm playing. I can play Monopoly every day and get really good at it. Or do you want a life of variety, challenges, um, achievements, right? I don't want to have the Six of Wands in the reverse. I want to make it a little bit more interesting. Have a little bit of an uphill climb on my treadmill. I think somebody finally realized that it would be worth it to take the path less traveled instead of taking the easy way, right? So we have the Emperor in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. This is kind of what I was just saying. If you don't speak up for what you want, if you don't pursue what you want, if you let others influence you or make decisions for you or choose things because it would make somebody else happy, then who are you really living for? What kind of life are you going to live? This is somebody who needs to be an emperor in the upright, but they've let other people or somebody in particular speak for them for too long. This has gotten them in a place where they feel stuck. If you want control over your life, you have to be willing to make decisions that aren't popular with everyone, right? We have the Two of Pentacles. Devil in the reverse. I like seeing that in particular because we had strength. So this is somebody who acknowledges this is holding me back. This is a codependency. This is a fear or an insecurity of mine. That's why I am where I am. I need to speak up for myself. I need to go after what I need, and then I will have the kind of life that I want, right? Thank you. It's so sweet. All right, what else do we have? Speaking of sweet, today I ate sweet potato fries, and they actually sprinkled brown sugar and poured some syrup over them, and I was like, that's really leaning into the sweetness, right? Hello there, Mystic Rose. Oh, thank you. You're very kind. And you're welcome. All right, so we've got 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, 6 of Wands in the reverse. That's the second time we've had the 6 of Wands in the reverse. And I really do feel like there's something here about a lifestyle or a rich person, Somebody that you were like, yeah, it's not a perfect fit, but at least, money wouldn't be a concern. Money wouldn't be. And that always makes me think of the movie The Notebook. How many times are you going to choose the practicality of the relationship over the passion? You know, um, it shouldn't all be about sex when I reference passion. Passion can be, do you actually have a passion in your life? Are you a creative individual? Do you like to start businesses? Do you cook? Do you, take care of children? Whatever it is, if you have something that makes you feel like your life is complete or your life is moving in the right directions, then that's what you should be doing. Somebody here decided to take the easy mode and found out it was actually not easy because it wasn't right for them. Six of Pentacles, I like to see that in the upright because we have something changing, balancing out, but this can also refer to a gift. Harkening back to our bouquet card from the Lenormand, we absolutely have some. It could be actually a bouquet of flowers. It could be, hey, I saw this and I thought of you. Maybe it's a lovely painting or cool candle, skull. I'm just thinking of things I like, okay? Whatever you like. But this is somebody who's willing to fight for a person that they care deeply for because this distance has made them realize just how important you are to them. But I think there's a little hesitation on this conversation because it's like, how do I communicate that you're important to me and make sure you hear what I'm actually trying to say? Make sure you get the message that I have, right? All right, this is the Miniature Rider-Waite. Page of Wands in the reverse. When somebody makes this offer or gives you this gift, there's going to be another person that is mad at you about it. Another person that wants it for themselves. They don't want to hear that because they know it means their time with that person is over. Fool in the reverse, clarifying our Ace of Swords. Somebody lied to themselves. No, I'm pretty sure I could be happy with that person. They're not perfect. They don't like what I like. They don't communicate the best, but it's okay. They make a lot of money. You will earn more money. That doesn't mean you have the love of your life just because the bills are paid, right? Four of Swords in the reverse. We have somebody who is uninterested in healing, somebody who just kind of wants to gloss over the difficult elements of life. They don't want to process that grief or that disappointment that has made them a little bitter. My mom shared with me a quote the other day, and I think I'm probably supposed to give credit to my aunt, Sonia. Grief not transmuted or transformed is only transmitted. If you don't deal with what bothers you, if you don't deal with the things that have caused you pain, you will only cause other people pain, right? Hurt people, right? A little bit fancier way of saying that. You've got to deal with your bullshit before you can hang out with other people. Truly. You can go to the bar, you can have some great conversations with people and be in a pained state. But if you want to have a healthy relationship, if you want to have a healthy connection, you've got to be responsible for your own BS, right? Hi there, Pamela. How are you doing? So we've got somebody here that I think picked up on the importance of their own healing by virtue of seeing somebody else that was absolutely refusing to do it. I think the person that falls into this masculine category is a bit more advanced than the person they decided to date. And this really was like the nail in the coffin. Like, I can't live my life that way because it's not going to result in a happy life, right? Tiana, you crack me up. You want some what? Some vittles? Well, you got to spell it right first, Tiana. Let's see what else we have. Tell me about the Freedom card, please. Freedom, just in time for the 4th of July, right? King of Swords, right next to the King of Swords in the reverse. We have somebody that has gained wisdom, somebody that perhaps has gone through a little bit of an ego death. I see now what I need to do. I know where I went wrong. I know what I can do to fix it. I'm in the process of fixing it. But in my mind, I'm very focused on at some point being able to make an offer, being able to give someone a gift, being able to maybe even be the gift, right? Sometimes this is talking about a person being a blessing on your life, just like you all are for me. All right, tell me more about this shit to settle. Okay, justice in the reverse. Here's why patience is a little required right now. There's still a little bit of karmic justice being delivered right now, you know? Again, we've got to have all of those things resolved, figured out before we dive in to something new. I'm in a tough spot right now. I have started to read 4 different books. Tiana, don't murder me. It's not that one. In part because one is being borrowed to me by a lovely woman named Sheila. And whenever I'm borrowing a book, I feel like I have to like really get through it. But I also have 3 other books that I started. That's not ideal. Okay. Now I know it's kind of a flimsy analogy, but the main idea is let's get through one and then start the next one, right? Otherwise, you get a little bit of dissociation. You might like mix up what's going on in the books. You might forget what the author is or what chapter you're on. Somebody here wants to be able to focus on you, and that's honorable, right? But they have some shit they need to get through, right? You're sweet, Miss Christina. Also, banana bread. Gimme. 10 of Cups in the reverse. We have somebody that's leaving a home. Now, this could specifically be talking about a relationship ending. But if it is, it's one where you were probably living together, or one where I was staying in this town because I was in love with you, but now that I'm not, I'm going to start a new life. I'm going to leave somewhere, right? I'm going to try something different. 9 of Pentacles. I've got some obstacles, I've got some delays, but I'm still moving the right direction. I know what I need to do. I can't stay stuck in that life anymore. Tell me about the Star, please. That's what I thought. So we have somebody that's taking action towards an independent, intuitive, honorable, respected, perhaps celebrated, likely single person. Now, this is likely our feminine energy that the masculine energy is pursuing, but it doesn't have to be. You know how those genders work out for you. But we've got somebody that's saying, I've been making plans. I'm going to take action, but I have to do it at the right time, right? One of my favorite analogies for that is if you throw one of those like frozen burritos in the microwave and you heat it for the recommended time and you cut it open, you eat in the middle of the burrito, you know, maybe you're 5 bites in and you're like, that's still cold. Well, the burrito wasn't done, okay? The burrito's not done yet, but somebody's about to be fully cooked. I'm not even hungry and I'm still talking about the burritos. This is hilarious. All right. We've gotten this 3 times. The number 8 might be important for you as well. We've got somebody here that really made it clear that you want to be with a partner that's willing to put in the work. Okay. How many people have seen somebody go through relationship issues and one person wants to go to therapy and the other person is like, no, I don't have time for that. I don't want to tell all my shit to some stranger. So what you're saying is your fear of being vulnerable in front of a trained expert in relationship issues, that's enough for you to just completely throw a relationship away? Noted. If you want to make a relationship work, you should want, or at least feel understanding about why somebody would want therapy. This is somebody who feels like, you fix it. I'm not going to do anything. And that one-sided energy makes it really clear for this masculine energy that this isn't the right match. They may have also found out that the person they were interested in or the person they pursued a relationship with was not willing to be loyal. It's like, I think her name was Cookie in Best in Show. It's such a good movie. If you haven't seen Best in Show, do me a favor. Please go watch it. Cookie Fletcher, I think. She and her husband, yeah, she's married, embark on this like cross-country drive, but they drive out of their way like 3 hours or some shit so that they can stay at one of her ex-boyfriend's place. And there's like uncomfortable tension, right? We've got somebody that had some sort of realization in that moment, because this is the second time we've had the tower. This is not somebody that I really want to deal with long term. This is not somebody that understands the value of making me feel comfortable or content, respected in the context of a relationship, right? You're ready for a nice hot burrito? I love it. Give me that burrito, baby. We have the 5 of Cups. Somebody feels like if they don't make their feelings known, they will regret it for the rest of their life. You just might. You have to take those opportunities as they come along, right? Oh my. Oh my. So this is good. This is that masculine energy. Remember, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us, right? We have somebody that recognizes they had a missed opportunity. I could have taken a right, but I took a left. And I left behind something or someone that actually meant a lot to me. I've been working on myself. I've been healing what I needed to. I've discovered what's important to me. Now I need to speak about it. Now I need to make some moves, right? Tell me about the 9 of Wands. Wow. We had Temperance in the reverse. Here we have it in the reverse again, plus the 10 of Swords. If this is really over, if you have no desire to talk to me, if there's no way of saving this, I will forever feel like there's a missing part of me. I won't ever stop thinking about what could have been, right? All right, let's get a few from the Romance Angel Oracle. What do we know about this Emperor and the person they're thinking of? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. You ever meet someone and you're like, do I know you? Do we grow up together? Do we go to high school together? Are you my long lost twin? Hopefully not, because if you want to get naked, that's not a good idea, right? But we have somebody here that when you met, there was an instant bond, an instant connection, right? Hi there, Dino. How are you doing? And as a result, I think somebody got a little scared, a little bit like, this is too real. Like, I can't just fudge this, right? I have to be real. I have to be honest. I have to work on myself. I don't know if I'm ready for that. But when you run into somebody like that, some would call it a soulmate, some would call it a twin flame. You either step up or you don't. This person got distracted by somebody that wasn't on the same level. And I mean both with them, but also with this star energy. When they realized there was a love out there that would challenge them to be their best self, they really had to think about, am I ready for that? I don't know if I am. And I went down that wrong path, realized all I can think about is going down that other path. All I can think about is being with that other person that challenged me to be a better version of myself. If you just want to be in a relationship to, have like a trophy partner, um, have somebody to drink with, have somebody to travel with, but you don't want to actually be a better person because of that person being in your life, then what the hell are you in a relationship for? Like, for me, if you're going to be in a commitment, it's because you know that that person is like your other half. They're going to challenge you when you need to be challenged, tell you you look silly when you look silly, laugh at your ridiculous jokes, right? I tell like a million dad jokes. If you're not going to laugh at my jokes, then I don't know. Although maybe you're just encouraging me to be funnier. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get exposed to that concept of unconditional or true love, that relationship that actually pushes you to be your best self, it can be difficult for you to settle that other on those relationships that don't really challenge you. They just kind of look meh, right? Fake Oreo. You don't taste as good as the regular Oreo. There's a playfulness here between the two individuals. So even though there is a serious level, there is a serious connection, you also can make each other laugh. You also maybe have some things in common, like what you like to do with your free time. Maybe you're both roller skate. Maybe you both um, go biking, camping. So we have heart-to-heart conversations and calling in your soulmate. Sometimes you don't get the goodies. Sometimes you don't get the blessings unless you're willing to say the things that are difficult to say. I mean, it's not always easy to tell someone how you feel, or to tell someone you don't feel that way, or to tell somebody what you really want, even though you don't know what they want. That's what this person is grappling with right now. How do I express what I want, express how I feel without knowing where that person's coming from? Well, you just do it. It's like when you're on a high dive and it looks way higher up than it did when you were on the ground, and you're like, here I go. I think somebody's at that moment where, are you going to jump, or are you going to climb back down and look a little bit like a fool, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Another happy birthday to my beloved Miss Joanna, and I will see you on the next reading.